Welcome back to Bailiwick Guernsey Shipwrecks. We're back and we're going to do some scalloping again today. It's not looking that nice out there. We've got a 4 to 5 southerly wind, but we'll have to deal with it. It's going to be a really quick out there, down, grab as many scallops as we can and come back up. Okay, let's get diving. Welcome back. We're back on the seabed again. Can you guess what I forgot to put on in all the excitement of rolling over the side? Yeah, I forgot my left hand glove. Anyway, it's not that important and we'll just carry on. The size of the scallops around here. These are real nice ones. We'll turn on one of my torches. It's not exactly pitch black today, so just one light would do us. You can notice the scallops quite far off because there's an indentation in the seabed around them. Must be where the tide's wrapping around them or where they're blowing the silt out the way to keep their little frills in the tide to catch the little particles of food they're feeding on. Some little tiny long-legged spider crabs here. Some sort of marine debris. So every so often, especially outside here, or just outside there's some people at Harbour Mouth, you find loads of abandoned crab pots. You're not allowed to pop through here because of the buffs that are on the surface. Obviously will get caught in some of the shipping, so you get in trouble. You get them removed by sea fisheries and you've got to go and collect them from the harbour. And all these ones are obviously snapped off. Some of them have life in, some of them haven't. It don't take long for life to start growing on them, and it's some of the life that grows on them normally wouldn't grow here, such as the sponges and the seaweeds. One good thing about them is, as divers, most divers do this, they open the doors on them just so they don't ghost fish. Ghost fishing is where something goes inside the pot to get a bit of refuge and then they can't get back out, and then they end up dying if they're unable to feed, and then other animals go in to feed on the dead animals and it's a vicious cycle. So a lot of the better divers will open the doors. Some divers, if they can't open the doors, they cut a hole in the side of their netting, but some divers even collect them, send them back to the surface. But it's a bit of habitat that, you know, it does get colonised, and my personal thought on it is probably leave them there. Quick check of the air. I've been down about 10 minutes. Oh, there we go, been down 6 minutes 43. Plenty of air, 200 bar, and I'm using my hand without a glove on now. That could come back to bite me. The reason we wear gloves is for the abrasiveness of the seabed, plus there's other stuff that can hurt you, sting you, pinch you. But Same with these scallops, you could put your finger in there just as they're about to close and trap your fingers in there. If it's in a glove, you've got a little bit of protection, because 9 times out of 10 it just bites the glove rather than your finger. But anyway, let's get on and see how many scallops we can get. Ah, I knew it'd happen. There's blood already. I went to grab a scallop and they're one of these, a dragonet fish. They've got little spikes on their back. Caught me. Caught me perfectly. Oh, I used to like these fish. I don't anymore. No, there's no sharks around here. I'm sure I'll be fine. But a scratch. We carry on. Another crab pot. Looks like someone's already opened the door, but it's flicked back up in the tide maybe. Sometimes big chunks of seaweed sit against it and close it again. Nothing in this one though. Oh well, carry on. Have we found treasure? Give it a clean. Nope, it's a truck battery. Carry on. There's a different variety of crab pot, this one. This one's like a cube, some sort of rectangle. I wonder if there's anything in it. Let's have a little check. Ah yeah, there's a crab, look. Pregnant lady crab in there. This is a scallop's worst enemy. Big old starfish. So these things can actually eat the, they can bore holes down into their shells and eat them. They're probably an enemy to most people actually. They go inside crab pots and try eating crabs and all sorts. Not very nice things, but it's part of the ecosystem, so we've got to have it. So you notice there is scallops around here, but a lot of them I'm not even bothered picking up because they're just too small. There's a baby shanker, or brown edible crab. I'm not picking up the smaller ones. There's no point picking them up and moving around. They're already hidden. So just carry on. Coming to the end of our dive now. See these shells that are curved side up, and the ones are technically they're upside down. These are the shells that have been thrown back by other divers, and they've been shocked and they've been returned to the sea. Notice there isn't millions of them laying around everywhere. What happens is they're calcium, and they basically break down into small little chunks, and it's basically what makes up the sand that you see here. It doesn't just happen during erosion or smashing together on little pieces. There's also little animals in the water that put the calcium carbonate back into the ecosystem, and they're directly nourished by the seashells as well, so it's more complicated than just they break down. Although down here is quite calm and serene, up on the surface I bet you Dennis is battling with the elements. You can see here, this is my line going up to the surface, so it's getting pulled in the tide, and also it's jumping up and down quite rapidly as it goes over the 6-7 foot high waves on the surface. Spider crab there, didn't look too healthy. On this dive, I didn't really film it much, but this little cuttlefish has been following me for quite a distance now. It's not really like them to be following me, but anyway, I'll just carry on swimming. Just taking a second to film him. Got the chromatophores on him changing colour. He also changes shape as well. Going from white, when he sees white sand he changes white. When he goes over stonier surface, which has got a bit of colour to it, he'll change colour again. They're cool little things, these. Love them. So brainy. Not quite sure what this anemone is. I used to think they're called dahlia anemones, but I'm not quite sure. Comment if you know what this thing is. I rarely see them, to be honest, but pretty cool. Seabed's starting to get a bit more sandy now. It's not so gravelly. So I check. 21 minutes. Only at 14 meters, and I've got 130 bar left. I'm going to save 130 bar for my next dive. Let's go back to the surface. So as you can see, the waves are fairly big. I'm just north of the harbour. There's a couple of things you need to bear in mind when you're diving, and there's a bit of swell like this. The boats can't see you as easy as when it's flat. We've got two fairly large buffs on the surface, and they also say diver below on them. So I can see a little boat coming out the harbour, and it's quite common for these small boats to come out the harbour after refuelling and go north and turn into QE2 Marina. So just holding my buff up a little bit higher just so he can see. Dennis is off to the east picking pool up, so he knows I'm there. He's seen me already. He's given me a wave, so just gotta wait. If you enjoy coming out with us and having a see what we get up to scalloping, why don't you check out the rest of the videos we have on our channel. There's probably hundreds of hours of dive footage on our channel, so why don't you check it out. And remember, if you're new here and you want to help us and support the channel, hit the subscribe button. Thanks.
Yeah, I got it. That was good, eh? A few scallops there. Is one of you been back up on the boat? Oh, must have been Matt.
Just as you were going in the water, my wife phoned to say she locked herself out of her car.
Oh, that's all you wanted. I'm just out at sea at the moment. Size it down here. That's the size of.
That's it, mate.
I better size mine quick as well. Let's lay down. That's the only way to do it, lay down. Yeah! Sorry if I was making you seasick. Let's get these sort of bits. I'm going to go back in for one more. Very quick. So that's a 35, I reckon. Half decent ones. That's what we're after. King Scallop. So I was one short. I said 35 and I had 34. And Matt's already been up as well, so we've got another crate over there. Me and Paul's just going to get our tanks ready and let's go in for another quick dip. Prize a couple more for seabed. And there's Matt in the troughs over there. See, when you're in the seabed, you see it's lovely. For the boatman, fair play to the boatman, we've got Dennis McCain today. Legend. Legend, bouncing around on the boat while we enjoy ourselves.
Well, enjoy might be a strong one.
When we're on the bottom, we're enjoying ourselves.
That's true.
Well, you get waves like this that are like 6-7 feet tall and cresting on the top there.
It's when you can't even see the boat. Oh.
Yeah, so when you're on the bottom, like you'd see at the end of my footage there, I seen a boat coming out the harbour and the waves were just high enough so he wouldn't see me, so I lifted my buff up just so he could see me, but he wasn't coming this way, he was going out that way, so it's all good. At times like that you need to weigh up what you need to do, and sometimes it's dock dive and get back down deep and let him go past. These rollers coming out there.
Today I don't want to change the tank, I end up changing the tank.
Yeah, is that Matt bobbing or is that just the sheer weight? Anyway, let's get ready. Let's get ready for dip,
those over there.
dip number 2. What you after, matey?
Get rid of those scallops over there.
Yeah. I'm on it.
But there's our thing. Look at that.
We dropped back in where we finished off last time. The seabed has got even more sandy as we head north up towards Refe. We normally call this a Refe desert, because this is pretty much what it looks like. Here you can see a sea hare. These things look like nudibranchs, but they're not. They're herbivores and they've got a little tiny internal or very fragile internal shell inside. It's the two characteristics that set them apart. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Paul to be alongside me. Just scared me. Just showing him the little sea hares. Probably called sea hares by the little bits on top of their head that look like ears, like a hare. These things squirt out like a purple iodine when you get too close to them. Look at this one. He's travelling. He's just swimming in the tide. Instinctively, every 5-6 minutes I check my computer just to check how long we got bottom time. No decompression limit, 50 minutes, that's plenty. Just check our air, that's the important thing. 75 bar left, yeah, I need to keep an eye on that. Let's carry on looking for some more scallops. It's awesome, there's loads of awesome little small critters around here. What's this? Some sort of large necked bottle. Probably had some sort of food in it. Not old. There's a huge hermit crab here. Another sea hare. Sometimes there could be hundreds of these things. So many they just wash up the beach as well. Ooh, what's this? We have marine salvage. Can't leave this here. It's quite a big bit of plastic this. It's quite easy for me to take back up and chuck in the bin, so today it's coming with me. I'll try and help out where I can. Another crab pot. Let's have a look inside this one. Yes, there's a lobster. This crab pot isn't anyone's. This has been lost a long time. Look at the base, it's all covered. It's been there so long. I was going to take this lobster, and I realised you can see berries under the back of it. That's why it's hidden in this pot out of the way. They normally hide during the day and go out scavenging during the evening, or in darker hours anyway. But this one will be staying here today, unfortunately. I know Den likes these as well. Oh well, I'm not going against my morals. There's a female and it's got a berry, so it's staying here. Can I show you the berries? Can't really see it with the camera. Just checking it's got a way to get in and out. Yep, there you go, just under there. Door's been ripped off of this one. Now getting time to surface. I've got 50 bar left in my tank, so I better head up. As I head up, I look into the end of the all that I've got, and I see there's a little fish there. I think it's a tom pot blenny. I can't really tell, to be honest. Anyway, as we come up higher, I'm still on the seabed here. As we get up higher, the pressure will change. There'll be less pressure, water pressure on the fish. Fish will sense it and hopefully get out and swim. I'm now at 5 metres. He can see me, so I lift him up a little bit high so he can see me. Here he goes. Here he goes. He's gone. There he goes. See you later. Oh mate, he can't stay there. He can't stay inside my fin. No. It's about time we sized our scallops and headed back in. 2 dives is enough for today.
Yeah, he said if you could put a few in, a few of the bunga,
So Matt's going to be a while because we got 18 dozen to shuck.
10 o'clock tonight.
And that's just because Paul's got a barbecue around his house. Good fishing bait that for breams. How many did you have today, Matt?
I had 118.
Not bad, Paul.
I got 105 and a 39.
And I had a 34 and a 13. Unlucky for some. But look at the size of them though.
Yeah, it's big ones.
It's beauties.
Knackered.
It's a 4-year-old. Some here that are 5 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how much they grow in a year, from there to there, and then from there to there's another year's growth. Like a tree, got growth rings. And horrible slipper limpets.
nice. Lunch.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, thanks Dan.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah,
Nice one, cheers for doing that.
I did look for a lobster, but there was no fucking rock. There was
found-
nothing down here but sand.
I found one lobster, but it had berries. So unfortunately I couldn't take it.
Creep.
Then would have still had it.
Yeah, he likes berries. So that needs to go. But the rest of them are, oh, that stinks. Ugh. Marine waste. Ugh. That's our diving done for today. I'll catch you on the next tide.